Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the RTG. We are in good form, unbeaten in 5, with 5 wins in our last 7 games. And now with Blackburn to start, who are mid-table, Bristol City, who are mid-table, and then actually a very difficult game against Norwich at home, who are currently 6th and only 3 points behind us in 2nd. So it's very tight at the minute for that second automatic promotion spot. And if Fulham have a little bit of a wobble, which they have been a little bit recently, then potentially we could find ourselves challenging at the top of the table as well. There is a conundrum ongoing, and I don't know whether many of you made it to the end of the last episode to hear me go on about it in a little bit more detail, but we are contemplating loaning out Kirk Faulkner once he's back from his injury, because he has 1 goal in 15 games and no assists. 1 goal contribution in 15 games from Cam, which we think is pretty just unacceptable, to be completely honest. I didn't really want to be quite that harsh, but it is unacceptable. So I'm contemplating loaning Faulkner for 6, maybe even 18 months, bringing in another striker in January and making Rodoni Cam and bringing another man up top to then again drop Semenyo to the bench and have a new striker. It's potentially what we might do in January. But I'm waiting to see what you guys say. Morale is decent, although some players are still slightly unhappy with their game time, but that's expected. So we're going to go and play Blackburn first and hopefully get a decent result. We are in decent form. In fact, we're in pretty good form, let alone just decent form. That's all I can do, really, for Blackburn. Unfortunately, they don't have that big a squad. Nor do I, to be fair. Right then, Blackburn away from home. Off to Ewood Park we go to start things off. As ever, of course, drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any more of that notification bell ticked. And if you want to see all of the behind the scenes and watch me record this live and stay bang up to date with everything that goes on, then there is a link in the description, as ever, to the Twitch channel where you can come across and join me. Right, for now, though, I will join you at Ewood Park. He saw Blackburn's lineup in that previous highlight, so I won't spend too much on it. But Gaithka Ayesa was a goalkeeper we looked at before signing Nelsildu Hayes. Ryan Yam, Van der Werf, Carter, Wharton, Pickering, Alvarez, Duran, Chapman, Law, and McBride. Finley Law, 67 rated striker alongside Conor McBride. We are, as you would expect us to be. So let's go and get the result that you expect of me as well, which would be a bloody dub, mate. Let's go and get a dub. Here's McBride. Options for some through balls. Goes for it. It's going to be a goal, isn't it? Whoa, isn't it ever? How's that for a finish? Jesus. Well then. He was their 67 rated striker, wasn't he? Jeez. He slammed that home. I swear that was the 67 rated guy, wasn't it? It was as well. Finley Law apparently has a decent finish on him. Bloody hell. 1-0 Blackburn in the 5th minute. We did go 1-0 down early doors in yesterday's first game as well, though. Ended up winning that by 5 goals to 1 against Stoke. So I'd certainly enjoy that again if we can do so. Rodoni into Semenyo. Good challenge, but it will fall for Stone, who will flick and find Cade Gordon. I am going to need to look back for support, but we'll try and work this about as best we can. Find the opportunity to maybe get an early equaliser as well. Not yet. Looking to whip that towards the back post. The keeper's going to come annoyingly, although he's only punched it. Now Semenyo could knock this back, and Cole Palmer is there. Might have reached him. Gwilt nods that down. Rodoni tries to sweep it home. And Ayesa is there to gobble up. 0 for us, unfortunately, still, despite good chances there. Barrero. Ball in the net at Carrow Road. That's important. Norwich's result. Oh, it's a goal for Bristol City, though, against Norwich. That would be great for us. Absolutely superb. Cade Gordon with runners. Here's Semenyo. Spins his man brilliantly from Antoine Semenyo. And he's pulled the shot wide. Oh, man. Really good chance. Opened up superbly, but can't find the target. Needed to be better there, Antoine. I would perhaps like... I don't know what his weak foot is, Antoine Semenyo. He's got 5-star weak foot. Wow. And his finishing is boosted by +7 as well. So he actually has 83 finishing. And on a 5-star weak foot, he's pulled that past the post. That is a surprise. I was going to say, I might like to look for a second striker who has more than a 3-star weak foot, because that's what I thought he was on. Cole Palmer's in. Rudoni won't have a simpler finish for the rest of his career. 1-1. That was very lucky. I have to admit that. That was very lucky. Cole Palmer played through. His touch was heavy, and he just got there ahead of the keeper. It squirms free. And sorry, Blackburn, I have to hold my hands up. Not sure I deserved that, but I'll take it. Makes up for the Semenyo miss a moment ago. We're level. Cole Palmer intercepts that nicely. I say intercepts it nicely. It was basically kicked straight at him. Go on then, Rudoni. I was going to just go straight to out wide to Cole Palmer, but then I thought, well, you know what? Rudoni's in there, but I couldn't quite find the pass. Oh, it's under hit by Duran, but actually it's going to draw the defender out of position. Here's Law again, and that left foot is an absolute wand, apparently. Who is this Finley Law? My God. That left foot of his, absolutely devastating. Semenyo with the pass here, but again, it's not quite right. We'll have to settle for staying at 1-1 for now. Thank you, Barrero. I love that man again doing the business. Can we find Cole Palmer this time? Is he onside is the question. No is the answer. Oh, Barrero Martinez intercepts and it falls straight back to Chapman. I don't like the way this is building. McBride! Hayes makes the save, thankfully. Corner for Duran to take. That should be comfortably cleared by Stone. It isn't. He missed it. Thankfully, the header straight at the keeper. That would have been worrisome. Well, it was worrisome. It certainly would have been embarrassing for Elijah Stone to miss his header like that and then have the man behind him put the ball in the back of the net. We'll try our best to keep a flowing move going here and push for a second goal. Semenyo to Rudoni. Stone looking to get forward and involved now. Oh, it's a beautiful pass. Finish should have been better. Maybe I should have let it drop and let him get it under control before trying to go for the shot. Went for the first timer. Doyle's underneath this. It's an easy header, but it's a good save by Ayesa as well. Free header there for Doyle. Keeper came and punched last time. He's done the same again. Palmer will knock this back. It's Doyle. That was certainly the finish of a centre-back. Still time left, though, in the half to maybe find a goal for either side, he says, as they're on the way forward. McCallum intercepts that nicely. Rudoni has Stone here. Looking for Cole Palmer. Standing it up. Semenyo's not going to get there. 1-1 at the break. Right, results at half-time around the grounds. Norwich drawing with Bristol City. Good news for us. Stoke City winning. Not such good news for us. Sheffield United drawing. Good news for us. Fulham winning. Not good news for us. Some are going for us. Some are going against us. If we can find a winner here, then we will maintain the gap at 3 points to Fulham at the very least. I'd like to be in a position where both automatic promotion spots are still available to be played for in the latter stages of the season. I don't want to get to the point where there's a runaway league winner. Why would it not let me have Semenyo there? I don't know. I don't want to have a runaway league winner and that there's only one automatic spot left to play for. I want to be in the hunt for the title for the full season if we can. He tried to do me there, Durant. We're not going to let him. Cole Palmer has support. And Gwilt will get that out to McCallum. And I actually play it on the floor here into Rudoni. But Chapman's tucked back nicely actually from midfield. We'd beaten the defender, but the midfielder was able to get stuck in. Please get there, Cade. He will. It's a lovely first touch too. We'll look for Rudoni through that gap. The angle's against him, but here comes Antoine. And there's the lead. Get in, lads. Back to winning ways, we hope, after a draw against Barnsley in the final game yesterday. We are now in front away from home at Ewood Park. Up the Yellers! McBride out to Pickering. Back to McBride. They've options everywhere here, Blackburn. It might not be 2-1 for long. Hayes makes the save to tip that past the post. Thank you very much. Duran with the delivery from the corner. It's not bad, you know. Cole Palmer's up nicely to tip that away. Ryan Yam wins the foot race, though, and it's still dangerous here. Watson to Alvarez. That hit Doyle in the face. And we still haven't yet properly cleared our lines. Now we will. Rudoni intercepts. And Barrero is in the way. Go on, then. Time this pass right. Time the run right. We could be in for a third. Beat your man. Oh, no, he won't. Derek Ray goes, well, hey! I think that was tipped by the keeper onto the post, perhaps. Certainly very nearly a third. Keeper's going to come. He's not actually. Doyle's up. very well, but over the bar. 20 to go. We look, dare I say it, relatively comfortable at the minute. McCallum. Oh, this is good. This is really good. He's offside there, Cade Gordon, isn't he? Balls. No, play continues. He was on. Elijah Stone! Brilliant save by Asa. Excellent whip. Well then, wasn't expecting that, were we? Cross from the far side. Delivered well. Doyle's up. So is McBride, and it's going to be a Blackburn man that gets that. Watson's turned me well, but Barrero Martins is Barrero Martins, so we'll have it back. That was shite. With time ticking down now, we had a big win yesterday against Stoke. Oh, we might yet get a multiple goal victory here. Semenyo's in. Oh, he's put it over the bar. I maybe could have gone a pace further, but I thought the defender was getting back at me there, so decided to take the shot. We've wasted enough time here, though, I think, especially if we win this header, which Elijah Stone has done brilliantly to do. That'll be it. Oh, that's going to fall kindly. Go on then, Scott. Keep that run. Oh, going. Never mind. A big victory to get us going today. Cambridge 2, Blackburn 1. As was the case yesterday with the first game, we went behind early doors, but with 13 shots, we turned it around. Norwich draw, good. Sheffield United win, frustrating. Fulham, don't know. Fulham won as well, so it was important that we got a victory in that game in the end. Bristol City to be played next. They're in 12th. They just, with a side, I think, that held Norwich to a 2-2 draw, weren't they? Or was that Barnsley? No, it was Bristol City that held Norwich to a 2-2 draw. So we know that they're decent, and it's Norwich we have after that as well. So whatever we do against Bristol City, you'd expect something similar to happen against Norwich. Still very tight in those playoff spots, and with Sheffield United and Crystal Palace behind me. Now 4-point gap to Forest in 5th, though. Bristol City to play next. We might have to move things about a little bit. It's always busy throughout the Christmas and New Year period, but happy enough with the start. Now we just need to keep it going. Bristol City at home next. The rain is falling down at the Abbey Stadium, but at the minute, not much can dampen our spirits as we're in great form and pushing for that promotion. Max O'Leary in goal for Bristol City with Riley Towler, Taylor Moore and Zach Viner as their back three. Then they've got Joe Williams sat in front just trying to protect those three. Then O'Dowda, Backinson, Edwards and Ben Arous as the four in front with Sekou Jana and Elijah Adebayo as the front two. They've got Lewis Britton, a 78 rated Regen on the bench, as well as Robbie Cundy, Tommy Conway, and Fatty Kurt is on the bench as well, presumably as a backup goalkeeper. I've got Lancaster on the right and Holland in at cam, just again because of the nature of the fixture list. So we're close to full strength. We're in good form. Let's go and get another win, shall we? And head into the game against Norwich, ready for a big battle. Adebayo, Jana, good save by Hayes to ensure that we don't go 1-0 down early again. O'Dowda with the delivery. Keeper thought about coming, didn't. We'll head that clear. Viner brings it down. And out wide there to O'Dowda. Back inside, Viner, well intercepted by Callum Doyle. And we'll try and build a move of our own. Cole Palmer perhaps just lift that to get him in behind. And he'll race onto it. And he'll lay that in front of Holland. He's got the space. Oh, what an awful pass. He's literally passed that straight forward. What is that? Christ! Come on, pal. That was that was 1-0 waiting to happen, wasn't it? Jeez Louise. Rudoni. Well, can you score instead, Senor Holland, and make up for it? Oh, my God!
An opportunity wasted early in the game. Well, maybe it's come a little bit too early, Derek, but that's a wasteful finish.
Jack Holland needs a little bit of work, I think. Understatement of the year. This has well worked. And Stone. And Lancaster lofted. Oh, Rutoni. He tried to reach it. He just wasn't quite tall enough. Gave it a good old go, though. Available again through that gap. Bit of footwork. Turn. Bang. Goal. No. Good save by O'Leary. Corner to come in. Looking for Gwilt on the edge of the 6-yard box. Okay, it'll be McCallum, and it'll be a goal kick. Williams out to Ben Arous, to Adebayo. Janet out-muscled by Gwilt. Relatively comfortably so. Forward to Cole Palmer. And inside to Barrero. Looking for Holland, who's had an indifferent start to the game, it has to be said. That's a sharp turn, though, as is that. Go on, son. Oh, I just wanted to try and complete the run there. Brilliantly worked by Holland in the end. Decent dribbling on him, even if his finishing and passing isn't very good. At least when he's running with it, he's not bad. Cole Palmer. There's definitely the makings of a good player there for Holland, isn't there? And that is a much better ball. It's also a great save by O'Leary. Nearly. Can we at the back post win the header? Yes, we can. Off the bar with Doyle and down. No goal in this game yet. All through to Adebayo. Backinson could go back to him again and has done. Back to Backinson. This is good from Bristol City. Benarous. Slightly overhit, as was mine at the other end a moment ago. Awura trying to stop the passing lanes, and we will get rid of it with Doyle and Barrero Martins. I'm going to try and take advantage of the situation and just knock this into Rodoni, who will also make the turn. Elijah Stone, Holland. Hey! He's been involved in everything, to be fair to him. And finally, he has his goal. You can see how excited he is. At last, we lead in this game. My God. Free kick for Bristol City. An hour played. Decent position. Doesn't look like they're going to shoot. Or is he going to wind up for a shot? No, they're going to dummy it. And they're going to lay it in there. And he'll go for the shot. Well blocked by Cole Palmer. But it's still going to fall for a Bristol City man. Still might end in a goal. Janet. Oh, no, it has. I thought I'd done enough to get the block in. I think it might have gone underneath his leg. And even then, it looked like he might just have been drifting wide. But the keeper can't get there. A big, thick chunk of post. And Bristol City have themselves an equaliser. I'll have a look at it here. I'm sure I could have gotten the block in there with the defender. Oh, he's not fully extended his leg. He's kind of lifted his knee up like this. Look, watch. It's like he's moved his knee out the way. If he outstretches his leg there, probably gets the block. Some really dodgy animations in this game. Like, that's similar to the one where the goalkeeper doesn't fully extend his arm and, like, bends his arm out the way. You just... they need more animations. Like, I'm fine with that going in if the animation doesn't make it look dodgy. But the animation makes it look dodgy. Never mind. We'll take Cole Palmer off because he's starting to tire. We'll bring Scott Twine on, who's now grown up to 78 rated, and hopefully he can make a little bit of difference for us. I might take Holland off, move Stone further forward, and bring Hamer on. Or do we bring Conde on? No, we'll still go with Hamer. Right, cracking on then. Trying to get back in front. Stone into Bruno Martins. Hopefully, we won't be behind for long, although it took us 45 minutes to get the first goal. Hopefully, it doesn't take us another 45 to get the next. Although, if it is the only next goal of the game, I won't mind. Holland is in. And he's beaten his man. Oh, he hasn't beaten his man. Moore with a good block. A little bit slow with a dribble there, Holland. Obviously, he's the lowest rated player in the starting lineup at the minute. That was really poor from Barnsley. And here is Holland again, struggling to hold the man off, but has done enough to do so. And he's in again. It's Holland. Oh, good save by O'Leary. Holland's last action of the game could have been to grab a brace, but no, he's off now. Stone will take this corner. We'll pop it about the edge of the 6-yard box, where Gwilt hopefully will win this header. And didn't quite get the chance to say, headed into the back of the net before it went over the bar. Drama down the line into Jack Lancaster. And here's Hamer. It's nicely done. You can see him calling for it on the right-hand side there. Cody Drama's forward from right back. We'll spin with Hamer. And we'll work this into Elijah Stone. And that had to be two. But it was brilliantly created. And expertly tucked away. Elijah has filled that forward-thinking central midfielder role perfectly from George Chapman last year. Not quite as tall or physical, but certainly very, very impressive still. Grabbing a number of goals for us this year and ensuring that we should get 3 points now, as Cambridge have just conceded a 5th goal away from home against Sunderland. But we did have a man sent off after 12 minutes, so allow us that, please. Also, we'll try and make up for it here with a win in fictional life if we can't do it in real life against the team in red and white. Out wide to Kurt. Trying to watch him there with Sam McCallum. We've done that very well. Thought he was going to close me down quicker than he did there, but never mind. Rodoni will look out wide here for Scott Twine. Support is arriving at pace. Rudoni. It's Elijah again. It's Elijah again. Quickly becoming one of our favourite players at Cambridge United, Elijah Stone. We will certainly get the 3 points now. We can make a couple more changes, or just actually one more change, unfortunately, with the next game in mind. Nice tackle by Gwilt. We could yet get another. Stone could be on a hat-trick. Well, he's on a hat-trick. He could get his hat-trick. He's not going to get played in there. Twine wins the header, but it's not going to reach Stone. That'll do then. 3-1, we win. Happy with that. Really happy with that. It took us forever to get the first goal right at the end of the half. And then when they equalised, I thought, might be one of those days. It wasn't. Thanks to Elijah Stone. Thank you, sir. Norwich draw as well, which is good news for us. No other... Ooh. I was going to say no other games to look at there for Fulham and Sheffield United, who are the two that are around us. We have gone back top, albeit having played a game extra. To Fulham play Middlesbrough, who are 18th, and Sheffield United play Millwall, who are 15th. So fully expecting to be second again by the time we reach the game against Norwich. There we go. We're second again, but with the game against Norwich coming up and the form we're in, I certainly think that we can stand a chance of getting back top of the table properly. The gap outside the playoffs now is really starting to open up. It's 7 points to Norwich. It's 9 points to Stoke. Obviously, it can swing, and we know how badly it can swing, but we certainly hope that it doesn't. Norwich next, then. 4-4-2 for Norwich. They haven't strayed away from that formation for a few years now. Tim Krul still in goal for them at 72 rated. They might need to replace him sooner rather than later. Bali Mumba at right back. Julian Chabot alongside Stefan Ambrosius. Rafa Suarez at left back. Liel Abada still on the right hand side. Tiny little 5'5" man that is dangerous. So Daniel Adsed in the middle alongside Lee Malou, with Milo Rashica still on the left hand side. Ricardo Pepi up top. Certainly a striker we could maybe think about having a look at, actually, to come in ahead of Semenyo in the starting lineup. And Sebastian Soto up top. Remember Ricardo Pepi, Ches? We might put him on the shortlist for a potential January signing, as we're continuing to think about sending Falconer out on loan and dropping Rudoni to Cam permanently. We certainly have been really good this season. I hesitate to put that entirely down to Kirk Falconer not being in the team, but I do think that is a contributory factor. I really do. Much as we want Kirk Falconer to succeed here at Cambridge United, I really think his removal from the 11 has actually benefited the team in build-up play, in goal scoring. Just in general, I think we're much better without Kirk Falconer, which is a shame. But if it's the truth, which we think it is, then it's obviously perhaps the right thing to do, despite our attachment to him. Sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. That's a lovely touch by Soto. It's a brilliant stop by the goalkeeper. Had to come out and smother it, and did so well. Cole Palmer's on the run. I was going to try and play him in over the top. That didn't work. Here's Soto, back to Rashica. Norwich could still stand the chance of scoring a first goal of this game. Soto played in again. Rashica, yikes, Lee Malou. Soto! I think Hayes might actually have broken his chin on the post there. That's a decent delivery, and he's taller than me. Oh, brilliant save by Nelsildu. Tipping that away. That was very impressive. Excellent agility to get up to it. Cross coming in here. We should win this with drama and do. Still can't clear it, though. Norwich were one of, if not the best side we played last year at times. So we know what sort of tests we're up against. But equally, they've seen the league table. They've seen our form. They know what sort of side they're up against as well. One that is, at the minute, quite free scoring. And one that doesn't concede as many as it used to. Certainly is the way to phrase it. I do still concede a handful of goals, but we certainly don't concede as many as we used to, that's for sure. Rashica back to Rafa Suarez. I'll have that with Kay Gordon, and we will take our time, and we will get the ball away. Palmer to Barrero. Familiar, of course, familiar face for Norwich. Sam McCallum. I forgot that we'd signed him from them. Looking for Rudoni. I couldn't quite get the poked pass away before the defender put his foot in. Semenyo would have been clean through and surely would have been giving us a 1-0 lead. Here's Soto. He's got the runner. Trying to go with him and then step to play him offside, but I didn't step at the right time. And Milo Rashica's in. Keeps. Thank you. As said, over the top. We should get to this with Gwilt and do. McCallum just lets it hit him more so than actually taking a touch. Stone to Barrero. Rudoni to Stone again. Look at Semenyo making moves. Look at Rudoni. Oh, we'll get there. Or we'll take the advantage at least, shall we? Yes. Free kick in a really promising position. But without Chapman, do we have anyone that can actually take a set piece? Apparently not. Anyone that's got a bit more shot power? I'll give it to Cole Palmer. 24 yards out. If we put a bit of power on it, we might be able to do something here. If I get my button presses right, which we did, but Krul able to get across to it because it still didn't have the shot power it needed on it to beat the goalkeeper from 24 yards. Still waiting for the first goal of the game. I'd be happy enough with a point. Fulham take a 1-0 lead against Derby. I wouldn't be happy with a point now. I want the win. I don't want Fulham to get more than a game's distance away from us. And I fear they would do, wouldn't they? They'd go 4. No, they'd be 3 points away from us. So we'd still be within a game of Fulham if we draw this and they win. But rather obviously, we want to stay in the hunt for the title. So we shall try our damnedest to get the victory here today. But at the minute, both sides giving as good as they're getting offensively and defensively. It's a stalemate at 0-0 as we approach half-time. Sheffield United drawing is good news for us. Derby have pulled one back against Fulham. It is 1-1 at the break. So if it stays as is there then, and we can find a goal to go in front here, then we may just be top by the end of today's episode. That would be the dream. That's the end goal. That's the plan. Let's see if we can see it through. Could do with some lung-busting Elijah Stone runs to give us some goals from midfield again if he doesn't mind. That'd be lovely. Okay, Gordon just onside there. Ducking back inside. Sometimes the 4-4-2 is really easy to play against. And sometimes it's so tough to break down. Those two banks of 4 do work really well. Certainly helps when the opposition just pass the ball to you like that, though. Where do we go with Semenyo here? That's the question. Rudoni. Oh, but Ambrosius does brilliantly to get a foot in before I can turn and shoot. Hamer across to McCallum. A second goal for Fulham being spoken about now by Alex Scott. I certainly hope it's... Oh, no, it is 2-1. I was going to say, I certainly hope it's because Derby have scored a second and it's 2-2 there now, but it is indeed not the case. So Fulham will be getting a 3-point lead at the top of the table unless we can find a winner now, or Derby can find an equaliser in the final 10 minutes. Fulham very capable at the top of the table with their 86 rated striker. So we know that we're up against it to try and win the title this year. But this is certainly our best opportunity and our best attempt so far at getting promotion out of the Championship. Oh, I couldn't quite get there. Limalu will find Josh Madger again. It just evades the defender. This is dangerous. Dixon, Adzed, Abada. Good block by Gwilt. And we'll get this forward quickly. Come on then, Hammer. Off the bench to do some damage, I hope. Try and turn here and spin and try and find Scott Twine on the wing was the plan. He too off the bench here to make a difference. Here's Madger trying to make the difference of his own at the other end. Abada, thank you. Heads that straight to Stone. We'll give that in there. And then short to Hammer. He's beaten his man. Twine's on the run. Is Hammer going to continue? He is. And then in, and Semenyo! No! How's he saved that, Tim Krul? Should I have gone one more? Maybe so. We're going to see a replay. I can't believe he's kept it out. Oh, what a stop. Unbelievable stop from the evidently ageing Dutchman. That was me trying to skip the bloody replay, and I've passed it straight to Norwich. There goes any chance of winning this game. Fuck it. 0-0. It ends at home. A clean sheet. The fans are unhappy. Calm down. It's a tough game. 0-0. A clean sheet, but unfortunately no victory on this occasion. And actually, Norwich were more creative than us. Derby found an equaliser. You beauties. Although Sheffield United went 1-0 up, and they're actually now in front of us. There's a point between the three of us. but we're knocked out of the top 2 now, as Sheffield United were able to win their game. We could still yet end the month top of the table. We have Derby, Blackpool, Blackburn, and Bristol City again tomorrow. So we'll play Derby, we'll play Blackpool, and then we'll sim probably the home game against Blackburn and go away to Bristol City and hope to beat them at Ashton Gate the same way we did at the Abbey Stadium. I have a number of names on my shortlist potentially for striking options. I will obviously take your guys' thoughts into account as well. And I wanted to add Pepe onto that list too, didn't I? Ricardo Pepe at Norwich, 82 rated. He's not rapid actually, so he might be a slightly different option. I'd be intrigued by Ricardo Pepe, I really would. I have a number of names on this shortlist already, as you can see. Cancellieri, Hackford, Nisbet, Morelos, Carroll, Davies, Sierhus, Law, Fofana, Ida, Pavlidis, Ruta, Kalajic, Kwame, Parrott, Pepe, and, well, Dapo's still there, but Dapo's not. Dapo's just, to be fair, look, let's take Dapo off and let's keep an eye on Coles and Chapman, because that's what you guys have been asking for in the comment section, so we can see what's happening with their ratings. Teddy Coles was 84 when he left his. He's now 88, because of course he fucking is. He's grown from 84 to 88 so far this season at Bournemouth. That's ridiculous. And George Chapman has gone from 86 to 89 at Ajax and is now one of the best midfielders in all of Europe, if not the world. Always the way, isn't it? To be fair, Teddy Coles did grow by 6 for us last year, and Chapman grew by 5, I think, last year as well. But to grow that much this early, maybe by the end of the season you might have expected them to be at 88, 89, but now, before we've even gotten to January, wowzers. Okay, fair enough. Yikes. Blin there, Hervé Blin, the Benzema regen, now 92 rated and still not signed by anyone. And Pablo Soria, 81 rated now, having grown from like 77 when we first saw him 3 fucking years ago, and still nobody signed him. There's no way he stays in the free agents for 3 whole bloody years. Sort your game out, EA. Right, that'll do us for today, lads. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow we will end the calendar year, hopefully, in the best of form and in the best of spirits. We shall wait and see what happens in the January transfer window, but I'm sure there'll be some more names on that list by the time we get to January, thanks to your feedback. That's all for now. I will see you tomorrow.